later.
Welcome back to the Josefa Salinas Show. With me today, Latino Hollywood's godmother, Bel Hernandez, is with us. We took a little bit of time talking about her career and how she started in the industry, but most recently, 2014, you were in The Purge Anarchy.
Right.
Oh my gosh, how did you end up in that movie?
Right, because I keep saying I wasn't
quit
acting
Hollywood.
anymore. Yeah, I was busy doing my magazine and being a journalist. And I have a friend who is an actor, and he was making his directorial debut on a movie called Pretty Rosebud. And he bugged me and bugged me and bugged me. He says, you need to audition, and we really want you. I was playing Filipino. And I finally said, okay. So I auditioned. They gave me the role. And later on, like about a year after it was premiering at film festivals, Pretty Rosebud, my husband went in to read for a role in The Purge Anarchy, right? And so they're talking about this film that I just did, and they're going, yeah, she did so well. You know, Oscar, the director, was there, and he was saying that. And then the casting director goes, who's this? Who are you talking about? And they go, my wife. You know, she just did this movie, and blah, blah, blah. She goes, I want to see her. I wanted her to come in audition. And I really don't audition, but they said, okay. So, I said, okay, I'll go. So I went, and it was so interesting. When I was an actress, everything is about, oh my God, I hope they like me. Oh my God, am I going to do the role? Did I do well? You know, you worry about so many things as an actor. And I remember going to that audition, and I'm like, well, this is just for fun. I don't care. So I really went all out, right? And then 3 weeks later, they called me and they said, "Oh, we want you to do this movie." And I don't even have an agent at that point, right? So I said, "Okay, hey, it's money, right?" And that's when I started learning about the Purge movies, which are very violent, right?
They're very dark, disturbing movies.
Yes.
But so that just shows, I think a lot of stories like that are in Hollywood where somebody just happens to be in the right place at the right time, or they know someone who knows someone, or they're looking for something and somebody goes, oh, I know just the person.
And the other thing too is that when you're an actress, and I wish I had known this when I was an actress, or realized this because it's known, that when you go in and you don't get the role, it's not because you were horrible, it's not because they don't like you, it's because maybe the actor you're playing against is shorter than you, and they're not going to cast someone that's taller. Or maybe they already have the role, and they just have to go through the motions. They're already going to give it to somebody. But a lot of us actors, we get all like, oh, I must be horrible. I was bad. They didn't like the way I looked. I shouldn't have dressed that way. And it's like, it's not about that. It's just when it's yours, it's yours.
Right. So don't take it personal.
Exactly.
Tip for you out in the audience. Don't take it personal if you're out there trying to be an actress. So you keep talking about your husband, and your husband is quite a famous actor himself, Enrique Castillo.
Right. I met him actually doing Zoot Suit. And so then that was in 1978, 79. And then like 6 years later, we got married. But he's the actor, and I always used to compare myself to him because he's a real good actor. And I guess you can tell I didn't think I was. But he's done a lot of great roles. And it's interesting when you have two actors in the family. It's like there's little things that pop up that you don't know.
Let's talk a little bit about that.
Well,
how difficult is that when your spouse is in the same industry with you, and especially an industry where so much depends on this face and this persona and who you are and who you know and all of that?
Well, see, I got cast in a role for The Alamo, 13 Days to Glory, and he went up for that role as well. And my son, his son from a previous marriage, so he got cast in it as well, but they wouldn't cast him as the dad because they said they didn't look like each other, the son and the. So he didn't get that role. So it's difficult for like us to take off. We went off for a month and a half to Texas, and he gets to stay, behind, and you feel like, oh, he should have been here too. And then when he goes out to other roles, I mean, he did Blood In, Blood Out, and he was gone for like 3 months, and that was like a role where he was actually filming in a prison. And so, there's a lot of separations, and you have to be fine with it. I mean, I'm fine. To me, it's all about the job. It's all about the work. So I was great. But it is hard, like when one of us gets the role and the other one doesn't get the role. Of course, I didn't get all of the roles, and I was fine because I always thought I wasn't that good. That's why I'm saying that when the casting directors would tell me, "Why did you leave? You should have stayed." I'm like, I needed you to tell me that when I was there, because I had, my confidence was not anywhere. But I got a lot of confidence doing what I was doing, which was going into journalism. But yeah, it's hard. You just need to be understanding of everyone's time.
I've always wanted to ask an actor or an actress this, especially someone who, you have a husband, or let's say whether it's your boyfriend, your husband. How is it when that person gets a role where they're kissing another woman?
It's fine. I can separate it. He did the Waltons, and he played a soldier. And what was the name? Lou Allen, I forget the lead girl. She was, I forget what her name was, but she was the lead ingenue, and he was bringing home a medal from one of their relatives, and they had to kiss, and I'm like, I'm fine with that, but
here it comes. But
but when she came to the house, and they said they were rehearsing. And I came in through the back door, and I go, "Who's here?" She goes, "It's, what's her name? Forget her name." And I go, "What is she doing here? Tell her to get out of my house." So the jealousy does come out, right? It's like, I don't mind. You do it on stage, and on set. I'm cool with that. Just don't come to my house.
Right.
So, I'm not jealous as long as they don't come around. When they start having more personal interaction,
when they can't separate it.
Yeah, when
Okay.
there's more interaction, it's like, what? But yeah, there's been a few.
Really?
There's been a few. Yeah. But
you got to put them in their place.
Yep, and I did.
I'll
I'm
bet.
not shy.
This we know. You didn't become the godmother of Hollywood by being shy. That's for sure.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And how does he react to that? Okay.
Oh no, he was fine. He was just like, okay. Well, some people are pushy, and she came over. She goes, "Oh, I need to bring this in, blah blah blah." So I didn't know, So I get there, and she's in the living room, and I'm like, "What?" So like I said, it was fine. It's just like everybody needs to know their place. Don't bring your work to my house.
Right. And you definitely put them in place.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to come back with more from the godmother of Latino Hollywood. She's going to talk to us all about her TV show, also her magazine, and where Latinos are going in Hollywood, right here on the Josefa Salinas Show.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Oh boy.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.